sword fighting, you're trained in spear work, you're trained in fighting with a staff and all the cool fit things, right? Because we didn't have the internet back then, so you actually had to move and do things. A guy like you would have been riding a horse since you were his age. You wouldn't necessarily have a pony. They didn't make it easier for you. So you'd be, yeah. Now you do start bareback. Are you okay with that?
What?
How did you get so passionate about medieval times and jousting?
I saw the joust in Littlecote in England. And I then saw it in America, and it was just like, poof, everything made sense. Now I knew I was here. Hello, is this everybody?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
No,
More?
two more coming.
Two more, okay. Come on in. Come on in, littlest ones.
Okay, that's like that.
Come on, Doink.
It's like that.
One more.
One more. Oh, we got one more coming. Talk.
I sometimes sort of fight with a stick.
Do you? That's where it begins.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it sounds like it's as much a passion about horses as it is a passion about the history.
Absolutely. I'm a girl. I have a thing for horses. All girls. So yeah. No, they're good. They're amazing companions. They put up with a lot. And I think the fellas like Stefan and some of the others, I think they're attracted more to the sword fighting in the beginning and the armor. And then they get the appreciation for the horse. Those of us who come from the other side, we get the appreciation for, I have the power of the horse and now I can do the things with the swords. I can do the things with the lance. All these things that in a normal, sitting in a car is boring. A big thing with the horses is that you suddenly realize when you have a horse, Mackie, how big are you? How many pounds?
I believe I am 165 pounds.
Okay. How would you like to be 1,600 pounds when you hit something?
That'd be pretty nice.
Right? Yeah, so when we use our horses, we get all the power of the horse, and instead of you being 90 pounds, you become 1,600 pounds, right? And it's all about physics, the force of the lance going through to the person. But there is a lot more to it. Stefan Tremblay from Quebec. He's a younger jouster because some of us are really old. And Stefan has competed internationally. He's represented Canada in France. He's come to Osoyoos. This is his second go-around for Osoyoos. He's completely bilingual. Does anyone speak French here?
Bonjour, monsieur. Bonjour.
Yeah. Have a go. Yeah, I get as far as that and I'm pretty much done. Tell the kids where your armor's from. What era? What time?
It's based on the 1450 armor, 1450, 1460 approximately. The Milanese armor, so it came from Italy, Italian style. So.
Which isn't what the Italians were, but we'll get to him in a minute. So you see how thick that is? Okay. That comes into play a little later with our lances. Our lances are relatively kind and forgiving. Yeah?
Steve, he's going to be running into the list. Get all the stuff for you.
If you're using the wrong kind of styles, we get a lot of arms and shoulders. If you're not using the right system or the right lance with the right protector, you get a lot of concussion. We've got a guy here who can remember 5 people effectively, and that's about it. At least that's what he says.
Here we go.
They spend so much money on such beautiful armor because it works. Because back then, if you got badly hurt, we didn't have antibiotics, we didn't have orthopedic surgeons. To set a bone was fairly rudimentary, and you lived or you died, depending on your constitution and the bacteria and everything else. Getting hurt would end.
Inspires people to want to live in a different time.
Well, I think we're very solidly grounded in this time and place. I like healthcare. I like having dentistry. I like having antibiotics. But we love our horses. And it's an amazing sport because back then, a horse was a luxury and a gift. And you treated them with respect and they were your partner. We do have a couple of rules. One of the rules is the horses are absolutely off limits. They cannot be strung. If you hit a horse once, you're out of the tournament. You hit a horse twice, you're out of the sport. Right? Because they're precious to us, they're very valuable to us. How much do you think a jousting horse costs?
$1,000.
How much?
About $6,000 for a
Well, you're close. 65 cents a pound when we got a bunch of them. We bought them, some of them came off of meat lots when they were only 6 months old. How much they're worth to us? Somebody said, how much when I sell my horse? I said, you don't have that many millions. Right? They're our partners. They work with us. They're not disposable. They're not ATVs. They are an interactive creature that you work with. And therefore, especially if it's your particular horse, your favorite, yeah, they're worth everything to you.
Big one.
All right, I'm telling you all straight up, this is the most important horse in the universe. Okay, his name is Diego. Yeah, he likes corn dogs.
Hey, see the empty hand? Means a measuring pass. So we're just gonna give him a boot and we're gonna run. Well, we got it started. Excellent. So we can see another one of our Quebecois jousters up here.
So he's been around for a while, and that's
You wouldn't know it today.
well. Today I think he just said no.
Well, that's it, and I have enough respect for him. It's like, okay.
I introduce you one of our returning Quebecois jouster, Carolyn Labrie on Willow. Remember how I said the knights are prima donnas? He needs to be the center of attention here.
And also runs a jousting troupe out of Quebec. Very confident girl, has her own horse and everything else. She comes a lot to help support us in Alberta, which we like, and we like each other very much. That's right, we come back and forth. Yeah.
A pretty big sport up there.
How much do you think it costs to make the armor?
$1,000.
Many thousands. It's going to take him 2 years to replace them, and the replacement cost is $20,000 for the legs. Gold inlay and all this stuff. We're more humble people, a little bit more basic, but even in basics, the first thing it has to do is it has to fit Carolyn, right? There can't be room to turn around and it can't wiggling, all that stuff. We find at the end of the winter our armor fits a little more snugly than it did. But all the surfaces for her, she's got this one. I can't hit her in the face, no matter how much I want to try her. This is a deflecting point, right? It's another adaptation just like that shield was. And her armor, she has a lot of chainmail, you can see. Why do you think we have chainmail down here? Protection, yeah. Because boys were doing this spot, I'm surprised there's not a lot more armor around. Now, because this went on for 500 years as a big sport, the armor changes. And so when we do a tournament, we are very specific to our friends. Hey, when you're coming from the tournament, it's 1400s, it's 1500s, it's 1300s, because all of the gear needs to change. This is Salvo Manfredi. He's from Italy.
Ciao! Ciao! I come from Italy. Some of you speak Italian? No, I think.
It doesn't matter. He also speaks French and English and
No, good.
yeah.
You speak Italian?
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno!
Buongiorno.
So, I have an Italian armor. This armor was born in 1480. The similar of this armor you can find in the Stibert Museum in Florence. The same. So, you can see the difference from mine armor and the Stefan armor.
Yep.
With a different, I am a big protection of my body with this part. Okay, I don't use the shield because my armor protects in a different system. Because the lance arrive here, so and I go away with a problem. For my head, I have a bassinet and a gorger, so two pieces to protect my head and this part of my body.
Sicily on the south. Here we go! hammer. Yes, we have a hammer to get the knights in and out of their equipment. Anna!
Anna!
Hello.
Your knight is requesting your presence.
Can you pick my cap, please? And he is my squad. He can put in the basket.
Yeah. Yeah, that is. Squires! You just can't hire good help these days.
You are a squire.
You are a squire.
No. I'm the master of ceremonies.
She's given herself a promotion.
I totally have. Official title is Bonnie the Breaker, but sometimes I'm Bonnie the Rat. So if these knights start getting uppity and doing a lot of back talk, Chief will just leave them in their armor for an extra bit. And when it's 35 degrees Celsius out, that can get a little warm.
If you can see, all of us use a symbol in the armor or in the shield. Why? Because many years ago in the medieval period, if I want to introduce myself, I don't use the business card. There is no business card, right? You know. So we use the symbol. So this kind of symbol, so the blue crocs in the gold shield is original symbol of my family, Manfredi family of the Sicily. It's my original. So my grandfather gave me the original of this the symbol, right? Device. Thank you. Sorry for my bad English.
The other question was how cheap is a cheap suit? You can get into it with a lot of band-aids, a good healthcare plan, and 5,000. You can dial back the healthcare plan if you put 10,000 into your armor. So this suit is used and it cost 8, and I stole it. Like it was start the car, stole it. Okay.
Open. There's a button here. Okay. Open. And open. So the Italian basket is 3 pieces. 1, 2, and the first one, the principal. So it's an Italian characteristic. Okay.
We're going to move down and meet another person unless there he is.
Dzień dobry, ja przyjechałem z Warszawy razem z moją piękną narzeczoną Martyną. You don't know in Polish, okay.
So how do you say hello in Polish?
Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry. Hi, Dzień dobry. Yes, I am speaking English a little bit only. I don't know how to say thank you, hello. Give me the lance. It's enough. Here.
Give me the horn.
Give me the lance. Yes. Thank you very much.
So is your armor Polish then?
Yes, my private most I built myself because I'm an armorator and
I know. The problem with cell phone cameras. I already dressed.
oh, radar's on the ground. I'm trying to get to the shoulder.
Piggyback ride. Oh, you're a bunch of Scott?
If you were a really important person, as soon as your kids were born, you're looking over the neighborhood going, who has a really nice farm and a kid about the same age who could marry my kid? Yeah, but that hasn't changed. People still do that out of the farm. Do you think everybody wants to know where Sidney Crosby is when he's skating? Yeah, because they want to be able to go up against. And if Stefan is a great jouster, I want to pick him because if I beat him, then I'm off. And in our tournaments, it's not as subjective as some of the English or Western world can be. So we will have points for horsemanship, good behavior sometimes, as well as the scoring of the actual hits and everything.